Let's get it cracking, YouTube. What's good, world? It's your boy Mastermind, man, and this is another January 2022 weekday drop. Listen, man, we got a lot we're going to jump into, but be sure to follow your boy Master23Mind everywhere. There's IG, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, we everywhere. Master23Mind and the gaming page, Mastermind RGTV at IG and at YouTube. We're at YouTube right now. What's good? Let's get it cracking, man. Listen. This episode probably is going to turn into like a two-part episode just because it's a lot of deep diving. I want to jump into a lot of topics I got wrote down here on my board. But we're going to see how it's going to rock. I've been paying attention to a lot of stuff at CES, and CES got some new tech that is going to be hot tamale, baby. Listen, it's a lot of stuff, man. For one, jump right in. Samsung Gaming Hub. Listen, so Samsung is working on a TV to where, you know what I'm saying, they're going to have NFTs on their television and the capability to jump right into gaming. Now, that's pretty cool because of the mere fact we're able to jump into, basically it's going to be, partnered up with the Google TV, the Android or whatnot. So with that, the Stadia, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you're able to, boom, turn your TV, play these games you want to play. You have a library of games. You know what I'm saying? You get to purchase you some NFTs for your background wallpaper. The technology and the things that Samsung is doing is pretty freaking cool on these next TVs that's popping and coming. So, that was a big thing. NVIDIA got some new stuff dropping. We seen new processors. Intel got some new processors. AMD got some new chips. It's some pretty cool stuff that's in tech that's like, yo, this stuff sliding on over to the gaming world because everything is going to be in gaming, yo. And speaking of gaming and sticking on Samsung and a completely Nintendo theory. So, Samsung has this Odyssey Arc. Yeah, it was Odyssey Arc Monitor. This monitor is incredible. Wait a minute, I got it pulled up exactly. Yes. So this is a large curved monitor and 55-inch 4K. What? Like, it's ridiculous. It looks amazing. Costs a pretty penny. So, nothing like, hey, I'm gonna hop on and get, but this freaking monitor is really cool. You can do a lot of multitasking on this monitor. Let's say you're going live, you got the game, you got the chat, you got someone else you're playing with, you got something else on the screen. It's a lot of multitasking going in with this little gaming monitor. And it's freaking 4K. You know what I mean? It's pretty dope. So it's like, yo, the future is quite good on the gaming and tech end, you know what I'm saying? Two, touching into a Nintendo theory I wanted to dive deep into. So the Nintendo OLED that's out, the whole Switch Pro, that OLED, that's a Samsung OLED. Next generation, what would be a great next generation console idea for Nintendo? Well, if they stay with the concept of the Switch to where you're able to play handheld with an OLED screen, you see they're testing it out with this whole Switch Pro. That's why I really wish they would have took the Switch Pro to the next step. More than just, let's play around with this Samsung OLED. Nah, man, like, give us better graphics. But it's okay, because that's the past. Now we're thinking of a future of, like, what would be great for Nintendo to do for its graphics? Of course, AMD, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. I think he spoke on something before on one of his episodes, was talking about, this was episode today. It's freaking AMD. AMD basically already having the advantage of making the Xbox chips, PlayStation, you know what I'm saying, still real popular in PC, you know what I'm saying. That's going to tie into what I want to talk about AMD chips also later on. But for the mere fact that, the next Nintendo console may just be an AMD chip, people. You know what I'm saying? So AMD's doing some really great things in gaming, man. Not to say that, NVIDIA or Intel not doing their thing. Intel's kind of falling off the map a little bit, but Intel is a little bit focusing more on artificial intelligence with driving or whatnot. NVIDIA, they're doing some stuff too, pretty cool, but AMD still got the crown right now. You know what I'm saying? And for Nintendo to shift off into an amazing console, if they keep it a handheld and give us a box console type thing to hook up to our televisions that's running on tech that's already ahead of where we already are right now in this current time, that's what Nintendo is going to have to do to really be a talked about character. They're going to have to come blazing out. And I think they should go both routes, the handheld and the screen combination. Keep it like they did the Switch, but just up the graphics, man. You gotta come with some graphics and some power. I'm telling you, Nintendo, we want to see a Legend of Zelda or some Pokemon and some other really, really cool history of characters of games running on some Unreal engines, on some really powerful graphics and really next gen. We want to see it. We want to see these games. I'm telling you, this stuff is gonna sell, and especially if they market it right and have future tech in it. Like, come on, Nintendo. Stay innovative like they always been doing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said continue to do the screen handheld and then shoot from the television. Keep that concept, because then you keep the games on the go, and you know what I'm saying, we can play with them directly there. So keep that amazing concept, but we really need to see Nintendo pack some graphics power and some power behind the next console. They're gonna have to, man, and it's gonna happen. Backwards capability is another key factor too. I'm gonna come back to that. But AMD chips is very important because of the mere fact, the chips are getting smaller and much cheaper also too. So man, like, I'm trying to think what an AMD chip is not in. You can't really think of anything that, hey, AMD, yeah, they're in all of these things. Even the new the Steam Lab handheld, remember that? Like, that's another device that, so it's a lot of things that AMD got their hands in, and they still got the crown right now, man. Speaking of handhelds, I seen something at CES. It was it's called the Neo Nex or something like that. That's a hot topic off camera, but that's a pretty cool console. It's good to see because we're seeing a lot of handheld, and that's what takes me back to my deep breakdown about Nintendo needing to have some type of console to have power packing in it, because we're getting these PCs on steroids, basically steroids, that's handheld now. And that's key, man, because we get to play some really cool PC games, Xbox Game Pass, if you know what you're doing with it, you know what I'm saying, on the fly, on the go. All this stuff is like, you know what I'm saying, pretty cool stuff that's popping. And to see next gen take off like this and just new technology, Nintendo has to come with it. So I'm pumped for whatever Nintendo gonna come throwing at us. I know it's gonna be something very innovative, but they gotta keep that combination of handheld and on the go to really be a dominant conversation in next gen conversation. I have to say next gen because we haven't truly got a new Nintendo console. We got PS5 out now. We got the new Xbox out now. We got PC releasing some new chips, new stuff hopping in PC. Nintendo is like crickets right now. A little bit because, we haven't got no new hardware from them. Me personally, I really don't, that OLED, this whole Nintendo Switch Pro, that don't even count. They dropped the ball with that. Y'all know how I feel about that personally. And even going back to the Nintendo Lite, they dropped the ball on that. So, Nintendo, we get the people on, get the execs on the phone, man, and tell them let's have a talk. Moving on, man. Speaking of something that's pretty dope, PS4 extending the life because of PS5 chip shortages. Man, there's a lot of things going on. So why they extending the life of that chip shortage is big, man. But it's pretty cool for all the PS4 gamers because, hey, for the mere fact, and this is going to take me to my other analogy of, for the mere fact, how we got the PS4 Pro. They say they're still making them, but the thing is, these PS4 Pros, they keep production on those or whatnot. You still get an opportunity to play next-gen games. So the big advantage of what Nintendo did is, not Nintendo, what Sony basically did, is basically, you know, being able to still play these PS5 amazing games on your PS4. You know what I'm saying? Like the new Gran Turismo will be available for PS4. The new Horizon is coming out, be available for PS4. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to look like PS5, but you still get a part of the fun of next-gen gaming. So pretty cool to see, and for them to, you know, keep making productions for PS4, no brainer, because you got billions of millions of people over here that got a PS4 and still want to play great games. Keep releasing production. Hey, that's a smart business move. And for this whole chip shortage thing going on, we gonna get a PS5 Pro. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I think we're gonna get a PS5 Pro is for the mere fact, because of the way technology is moving. And for the mere fact, they're still making productions of PS4s, and, you know, the whole chip shortage is still a thing, and not a lot of people really have a PS5. You know, by the time people get into, like, the numbers of the PS5, get to where PS4 numbers get, that's probably going to happen maybe mid this year, probably. But I say give it by end of next year. What, 2023? Yeah, this is crazy. Probably too early to make these predictions. But I give it by end of next year. We're probably going to be in talks about a PS5 Pro. Reason I say this, because of the technology in it, and technology moves really fast, and like I told y'all before, the way technology is finna move this year and 2023, the tech is finna be crazy, yo. So I can see AMD wanting to put some upgraded chips that they can probably manufacture quicker than what they put in the early you never know what may come up and what may happen. And they say, hey, this new idea we got with these chips be much more, you know, production wise better, faster, or whatever, blase, however they're gonna make it sound on paper or whatever, and they really turn out to be something that's dope. Boom, PS5 Pro. Production may go ahead and, you know, we can get these out quicker than we did with the old gen PS5, the first generation PS5s or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? By the 2024 mid, they'll probably be announcing something. Hey, PS5 Pros, check this out. New AMD chips, much better, upgraded. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little partnership with Qualcomm for 5G and stuff like that in the future. You never really know. So I'm thinking PS5 Pro would be perfect for about the next 2 years from now. Yeah, it's going to probably be a thing, man. And like I said before, backwards capability is everything. I know I'm kind of going all over the place because there's so much things I wanted to just break down and elaborate on, but follow me. PS3 games has been coming up in the PS5 store. Backwards capability is everything. Big shout out to the big bro hip hop gamer, because he's been speaking on backwards capability for quite some time. For people that don't know, maybe do know, check out the bro. He's been speaking on it for quite some time. I've also mentioned before in an older podcast in 2017, we was talking about backwards capability. I've always preached about backwards capability is key. Y'all really think PlayStation ain't finna, you know, come on, bro. Who got the games? Who? I always speak about games, history of characters, catalogs. Who got this stuff other than Nintendo? PlayStation, of course. Come on, man. You really think PlayStation ain't finna find some kind of way? Why you think back in, I think, like, what, this was maybe 2018, 2019, before next gen came out, Xbox, you know, basically Microsoft and Sony been, you know what I'm saying, working together to kind of figure out cloud gaming. This takes it back to the breakdown I had in another podcast talking about, this whole Xbox Game Pass, you know, let Xbox experiment with this cloud gaming thing first because they're going to get it right. and they're doing a little bit more investing in these things. One of the top producers of cloud. You know, let's not forget Amazon, Google, all of them, of course, but now we're speaking just Microsoft and Sony. They've been kind of working together to kind of get cloud gaming a thing. Now, you really think once they figure out cloud gaming is, you know, getting up and popping, Xbox Cloud, Game Pass, done that. But guess what? Someone like Sony would really benefit from a technology perspective of backwards capability. Why? Because backwards capability has always been a true winner in any gaming generation. Going back to, you look at, any console that had the capability of backwards capability, especially for the people that have things on disc. This is important because we want to play some of our old games and play them on our new console. Nintendo done these things with the whole Wii U. Backwards capability has always been a winning benefactor key. And I told you, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen with Sony, of course. Well, like, you really think for these guys to have these nice catalogs and very amazing game titles? No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later, and they make the whole thing about, you know, the proprietary CPU that was in PlayStation 3. It was kind of hard to make it backwards capability, blah blah blah. Future tech will figure it out. That'll figure that out. Now, yeah, I may have made a complex technology chip and dropped the ball on that back in PS3 days, but future technology is gonna figure that out. It's gonna figure that out. So it's not nothing, you know what I'm saying, surprising seeing these PS3 games just kind of pop up on the PS5 store. Now, while we're on this topic, I seen something online and I want to speak about it. So let's dive deep into this topic. Follow me on Twitter at Mouse23Mind. So they were saying that, you know, I seen a picture of the homie Hideo Kojima and the guy from the great graphics engineer guy from PlayStation. We all know his name. Shout out to Mark. This is Mark. Mark was talking about backwards capability rumors to Hideo Kojima one day. They probably had some food and drinks and started talking about PlayStation. You really think these guys are not mentioning, hey man, look, we know people still love the original Metal Gear Solid. Let's go ahead. I found a way to, get that thing cracking up and running and looking a little bit better on PS5. You think these guys ain't having a built-in conversation about these classic games that we love? Yes, sure, of course. Yeah, man. So when I seen that picture, I was like, oh, this is beautiful. Love it. Because I know the conversation is like amazing. I'm thinking about this new Metal Gear Solid game I was making. I think I should drop it on PS5. Matter of fact, back since you figured out the backwards capability to work, I think we should drop a classic like, I want the Metal Gear Solid remake. Y'all see where I'm going with this. But check this out. Sony pulls PlayStation Now cards from the UK. And kind of already did in a lot of places. And now PS3 games are starting to show up in PS5. Some stuff I was reading, I was like, it's not nothing surprising, but yes, we finally getting what we want, people. Backwards capability is key, man, and that's something I've always believed in. And if the next Nintendo console keep the combination features of handheld and going from television and backwards capability to all your Nintendo catalog, that'd be great for Nintendo to enter and then to that world of the next generation tech of gaming, 2024, 2025, 26. Backwards capability is going to be a thing that's going to keep these consoles afloat. And that'll be a perfect opportunity for Nintendo to jump in, because now PlayStation, PS5 has figured out a way, hey, backwards capability with all these games, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4 is already still doing good. Obviously, we see that running now. Perfect. Because PS2 was the golden era. Perfect. Play these PS2 games on your PS5. It'll be perfect. It'll be perfect. So that'll keep PlayStation in line for a console, you know what I'm saying, talk of the town 2024, 2025, 26 type deal. And for Xbox Game Pass just gonna have to continue to obviously capitalize and get better at what they're already doing, you know, but they still gotta catch up on, you know what I'm saying, catalogs of great games and history like Nintendo and Sony has. So that's why I kept going back to Nintendo and Sony, because they have great catalogs of games and history that we all love. So, you know, that'd be a great look if PlayStation can pull off this backwards capability. It's gonna happen. Moving on, I had something else on here. Something else I seen at CES was really, really dope. And peep game, but real quick before, we still got a little time on Anchor, so we're good. I ended up gonna come back to it. The world's first PC, the world's first module gaming concept. This is something that Riser was making, something like a computer that was like something at CES. I wanted to come here early and speak about it, but when I first seen it, I was like, yo, this shit is dope. This is fire right here. So let's take a look at that. I want to break that down and elaborate that on a little bit. It was pretty dope. So a bunch of things I seen at CES. You know, a lot of times you see a lot of this stuff at CES is really just, you know, stuff that's not quite out yet, but, you know, something, a concept of the future of things that here to come through this year. And when I seen this, like, yo, this is dope. And I can see when they integrate these things with, when the gaming really graphics on stuff really get cool, and cryptocurrency tie into this stuff, it's gonna be dope. Yeah, this is it. So it's basically, I wish I can pull it up on the screen here. I don't have my OBS and everything hooked up, but yeah. So this is codenamed Sophia, the world's first module gaming desk concept. Google that in, and it's pretty freaking cool. So it's basically like a table, and it's a screen, and the bottom is like touch or whatnot, and it's freaking dope. It's freaking dope. It's like a gaming desktop, or it's a gaming desk to where you just have to see it. I can't really explain it, but it's something, when I seen it, it was like mind blowing, and it was like, yo, this is ridiculous. And you just gotta check out CES to see a lot of this tech, man, because the Samsung gaming hub was pretty freaking dope. Stadia is Google Stadia, by it being built into that let me know, you know what I'm saying, Google is still in the running and still trying to fight a good fight. You know, we can't forget Apple Arcade and a bunch of I mentioned Apple Arcade and other stuff in gaming with the Amazon console is because, mere fact, everyone is getting into the AR glasses. Now, with the AR glasses concept, TCL getting into some glasses they got coming out with, but those you hook directly up to your phone, so they're not like completely just glasses like Google glasses, but they're still pretty glasses, you know, hook up to your phone and you can play games with it or whatnot. That's pretty cool. Metaverse has still been a hot topic, obviously, and the Apple glasses still, so far, that concept has still been the best one I've seen versus all of the glasses that I've seen so far. But for the mere fact, TCL is getting into a lot of stuff. They're getting telephones. They're in freaking TVs. They got the AR glasses now. They got, I think they got like a vacuum cleaner, or they got an air purifier. They got TCL has made their way to be the next Samsung type deal. They surprisingly snuck up there and really doing a lot of great things with the TVs. You can control you can basically just sit back with your remote, talk to your Google, control your home with your television. And, you know, some stuff you can kind of still do now. But TCL, the way they presented it was like, yo, this is freaking fire, yo. This is magical. Like, I can just sit back, kicked up, you know what I'm saying, and control everything. Like, that's dope. I like that. So CES, they dropped a lot of great things there, man. Real quick before Anchor kicked me off, we're gonna keep the tape rolling over here at YouTube. So Peep Game Anchor, y'all be sure to follow me, man. Master23Man, IG, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere, literally. Master23Man and Masterman RGTV on YouTube. And we're gonna keep the show rocking here on YouTube. And so Anchor, don't cut me off. They're gonna cut me off. We're gonna keep on rocking though. But y'all stay tuned for the next break after this or the next episode. We're gonna keep on going though. But something else I wanted to speak on was the Hitman 3. Yeah. So look, Hitman 3 got some year 2 content they're working on that we're gonna be getting some extensions on to that. I like that for the mere fact that games, when we buy these games for X amount of dollars, and you know what I'm saying, they release content like they're releasing for this new year 2 update we're getting for Hitman 3, freaking fire, yo. Fire. Like burning off the bones fire. They got a mode on here called freelance mode. They're going to hit that. They're going to drop that on us probably about spring. And the cool thing is we're getting a safe house. Pretty dope. We got new missions. You know what I'm saying? Like new little contracts thing they're going to whatnot be dropping. It's going to be freaking dope. Freelance mode, I'm pretty pumped for that. And for the mere fact we spent X amount of dollars on these things and we still get content for it. We still get updates. They're still supporting the game. Means everything. So Hitman, y'all y'all already know how I feel about Hitman. One of my favorite games, period. And these are the same guys that's making 007, remember? So, hey, yeah, keep that in mind. We are getting a Perfect Dark in 007. Yeah, we are. So that's going to be dope. But Hitman 3, I love that they're still releasing content for this game, and that is everything. God of War on PC has been doing numbers. And listen, this game looks incredible on PC. Incredible. Again, you have to just take your hats off to God of War, the game, because it's one of the best games on PlayStation. And everyone on PC now has a chance to experience the greatness of God of War. And I'm happy for it, man. And I think what PlayStation has did for this move has kind of opened the base. PlayStation has already been known, but now it's like, it's kind of a good and a bad thing, because now it's like, hey, we got all your great games over here from, PlayStation. What's the point of getting a console now? I can just get it on PC. 2, hey, this is a great game. PlayStation make great games. They're going to invest in the PlayStation and the PC. I'm investing in the PlayStation because PlayStation make great games. This is for someone that, let's say, they never been introduced to Sony, and their first time ever playing PlayStation, and God of War on PC was their very first game. What will make them want to say, I think I want a PlayStation now, after playing this PlayStation game on PC for the very first time? I think I want a PlayStation now. And I think God of War is one of those games that can do that. So it's a good and a bad thing. But when you see it on PC, it's like, yo, you can play this joint on top-notch graphics with the Xbox joystick. Big Bro Hip Hop Gamer today was playing on his top-notch AMD PC with the Xbox joystick. Listen, man. Hey, I'm not too much big of an Xbox controller fan, but for the mere fact you can do that with a game like God of War, which is one of the best PlayStation games, pretty freaking cool, man, and freaking amazing. The graphics look amazing, man. The frame rate, everything look gorgeous on this God of War for PC. God of War is doing numbers on PC. And I think that's a great thing for PlayStation, man, because now PC gamers get a chance to experience greatness, and they finally into the world of some amazing, great PlayStation games, you know what I'm saying? So we got Uncharted and a couple other games that's doing really well on PC, but not like God of War. So the next game that drop on PC from PlayStation is going to be something hot. Keep your eyes open for that. Moving on, man. Talking about some Assassin's Creed, man. Listen, we got Assassin's Creed 60 frames per second update coming soon for the old Assassin's Creed Egypt. Yes, that's gonna be great. Keep the tapes rolling, Johnny. That's gonna be great. And again, for a mere fact that we're still getting content coming out for games that's already out. Dope. Within, you know what I'm saying, like Hitman 3 did a year two. We're getting a year two updates coming out. Assassin's Creed Valhalla still got updates and features and things coming to the game this year. And for a mere fact, we're going back to the Assassin's Creed Egypt one. They're dropping a 60 frame update for that one. Pretty pumped for that one. I appreciate that. We need to play that. Everyone needs to play that game because that was an amazing game. That was the beginning Assassin's Creed that introduced us to the way Assassin's Creed is played now. Like, my favorite ones was Black Flag, the Egypt one, Odyssey, and Valhalla. But I would have to say Odyssey is still my love, still the top one, still my favorite. And then the one Egypt one, I'm still playing through Valhalla. Valhalla is dope, don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. But we're getting 60 frames update for that one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna pull that one off the shelf and replay that for real, you know. So that's pretty dope. I'm excited to see that, and they're working on something. We're not quite sure. They're working on some type of new Assassin's Creed game. I was reading about it to where it's not going to be an open world Assassin's Creed. It's going to be something that they say that all the fans are gonna love, and something that Assassin's Creed, something that all the fans love from Assassin's Creed. So to see that, I'm like, what is it? I'm hoping that they somehow put because the way I was reading and what I understood is the fact that they may do some type of thing to where they're going to basically, if they could bring all the Assassin's Creed worlds together, sync them up like that, that'll be crazy. Like, give us the boat, give us these big open world maps. And I want to say, don't overwhelm us, but kind of overwhelm us, because they already kind of do that anyway with Assassin's Creed. But if this is going to be the Assassin's Creed to where they do connect these worlds and sync them up, man, that's going to be dope, man. That's going to be really dope. We're going to run that take again on Anchor. Here we go. We're talking about Assassin's Creed, the next Assassin's Creed game that we don't have a name for it yet, but it may be pretty dope. Check out the video. It's going to be pretty dope, man. And I really want to see how they're going to do the story mode if they somehow synchronize all of these Assassin's Creed characters and history up together to make a new Assassin's Creed game. If they can pull it off, man, it'll be something that I'm down for. Especially like I said, if they give us the boat, great storytelling, of course, no bugs. They got to fix a lot of the things that they messed up on all of the Assassin's Creed games. Beautiful graphics, of course, seasonal content. I don't know. They just gotta, it's things that they just gotta just hit right on the noggin with it, because the next Assassin's Creed gotta be fire, it gotta be fire. And this is like years on down the road, so, we don't really know. They even really came out with any details on what it's going to be like or whatnot. But it'd be pretty exciting to see. Let me see. I think it was something else I wanted to hit you guys with while I was in here. They got to see, man, with so much stuff at CES. So much stuff. It's stuff in here that I'm not even naming because I couldn't fit it all on the board. But they got a freaking gaming router. It's like crazy. It looks like an alien spaceship, and It has Wi-Fi 6E capabilities in it. That's some new technology that's pretty freaking cool, and it's just bonkers. Freaking router is like $600. So, good luck with that one. But it's some crazy technology that was at CES. And yeah, man, it's going to be pretty crazy. I was reading something online also, man. Follow me on Twitter, Master239. I was reading about GTA 6. Maybe like it's gonna be set like a modern day version of Vice City. That's gonna be crazy, because Vice City is basically Miami. Now remember, I was talking about they may set it to. They said they're gonna set it to where you be able to fly from Miami, Liberty City, basically Miami, New York, California, Los Santos, Liberty City, Vice City. To be able to travel between those three. That'd be pretty dope if we get something like that. Yeah. I think that's all I really wanted to come in here and speak about, man. It's been a minute. So much stuff CES wanted to speak about, but it's like so much stuff going on in gaming and tech. It's kind of hard to keep up with this stuff all the time. But I'm excited for the future, and we got a part 2 of some couple other stuff I'm gonna come swing back here on the podcast and talk about. But y'all be sure to follow your boy Master239 on all platforms, and Mastermind RGTV, the podcast, on all platforms. Real Gamer. For those that's looking here on the YouTube audience, y'all see it right behind me. You see the music thing in the background. Yes, I am a music artist, so check out the music. Master239. Hey, if you follow me everywhere, you know exactly what's popping, what's cracking. You know what I'm saying? But we'll be back in here, man, for more, man. Love is love. Appreciate y'all, and we're gonna keep on rocking. Because there's some more hot stuff in gaming that we just got to come in here and speak about. Just got to come in and speak about. Way out, people. Anchor. Y'all got to keep the tape rolling, man, and not cut me at 30 minutes anymore. But it's all cool. Let's get it, baby.